Trento, Director of the United West, here with another episode of CenterVision. That's where we get one of the subject matter experts from the Center for Security Policy, the national security think tank in Washington, D.C., and find out what their vision, thus CenterVision, their vision is on relevant national security issues. Today, once again, our good friend Clare Lopez. Clare did a 20-year stint with the agency, the Central Intelligence Agency. And Clare, you look much too young to have done 20 years and retired from the agency. Just briefly for our audience, what got you involved in the world of the spookiness?
Well, thank you. I love compliments.
Okay.
I was in grad school studying international relations with an emphasis on Russia when a recruiter came to the campus. This was Syracuse University. And after an interview, and then another interview, and then another, and then pretty soon 14 months had gone by, and eventually I was accepted
Into the Central Intelligence Agency program. You went through that. You served with distinction for 20 years. Then you had another 10 years or so working for various agencies and organizations. And one of those that you've been very close to is the Center for Security Policy. And now you are the Vice President of Research and Analysis. Congratulations on that position.
Oh, thank you very much.
Sure. You know your stuff, Clare, let me tell you. And we want these quick little hits from you for our viewers who don't have a whole lot of time but want to listen to Clare. Recently, and we're in the middle of June right now, Defense Secretary Hagel testified regarding the Bo Bergdahl case. What were your thoughts on that testimony, and give us a summary on where that Bo case is?
Yeah, well, this was the Secretary of Defense before Congress in open session. I got to see a little bit of it. Essentially, he's defending the deal, defending the effort to get Bergdahl freed. He was being held, by the Taliban, and then later on, and more recently, by the Haqqanis, which is not the same as the Taliban, but they both work under the same guy, Mullah Omar, and they're both bad guys. And defending basically that, the U.S. government essentially negotiated with these terrorists and then set free 5 Taliban terrorists from Gitmo to get this one soldier free.
Yeah, it's we're down here in South Florida, and I'll tell you what, the folks in South Florida are extremely upset about the way the president handled this. What is the sense of the political nature of this case in Washington, D.C.?
Well, a few things. I mean, one, of course, is the fact that this president set a new precedent for dealing with terrorists. Number two, he made it very clear that this administration is willing to trade an American hostage, one, for a whole bunch of really bad jihadi guys to release them out of Gitmo. That is a bad precedent for other Americans still serving in the field. Like Afghanistan, where we're going to be still for another year and a half. And then the last thing about it is, it also tells all the bad guys, the Taliban and everybody else, that we're willing to put bad guys back on the field in the battle while our troops are still under fire. And that's not a good thing.
Not a good thing at all. I got another issue for you. Recently, Hillary Clinton has been making the rounds with her new book, Hard Decisions. Not the best choice of titles for a book, but she's been making the rounds and she's being quizzed on Benghazi. From what I understand, the Center for Security Policy in Washington, where you work with Frank Gaffney, is somewhere in mid-June is putting a seminar or symposium together on Benghazi. Tell us when that is. Tell us whether or not the general public can view that, and what is it all about?
Sure. Well, first thing I would say, there's another way that we can call the decisions that then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton made not hard choices, bad choices.
Bad choices.
All bad choices. The symposium is actually being put on by a new organization. It's called the Benghazi Accountability Coalition, BAC. And it's actually a group of other groups, including the one that I'm on, the Citizens Commission on Benghazi. And yes, Center for Security Policy is going to co-sponsor this. It's being held at the Heritage Foundation up on Capitol Hill on Monday, the 16th of June, from 1 to 5 in the afternoon. It is open to the public that register, and you can register by RSVPing. I can get that information. Let's see, heritage.org, events, terms. Go to the Heritage website and you'll be guided to how to register for this. But let me just say quickly that our good friend Andy McCarthy is going to lead this convention, this conference, and chair it for us. And the speaker lineup includes Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin, Lieutenant General Tom McInerney, both retired, Frank Gaffney himself also from the Center for Security Policy, and yours truly, among others, including Tom Fitton, very important, the president of Judicial Watch, who did so much on Benghazi and to get the Select Committee finally named in Congress.
Beautiful. So our Team B2, Boykin, Gaffney, Lopez, and somebody else I think was on Team B2, is well represented at the Benghazi Symposium on Monday the 16th, 1 o'clock. You can go to the Heritage site. I'm sure you can go to the Center for Security Policy site. Also, register to be there personally. Is it going to? I heard it's going to be live streamed.
Yes, I should have added that. Yes, it will be live streamed, and you can watch it remotely if not able to be there in person. Right.
All right. Well, we will push that out. Indeed, everybody, our viewers want to know what's going on in Washington, Benghazi, Monday, June 16th, 1 to 5 East Coast time. For you folks out in California, a little different, so get up a little earlier. You could watch and participate. Claire, give us a 30-second closing thought this week on President Obama and his skillful mastery of foreign relations.
Well, you know, it goes back to my term for Hillary Clinton: bad choices all around. Everything this president is doing, from the involvement in Benghazi, where we supported Al-Qaeda and Muslim Brotherhood militias, to the Bergdahl deal, where we dealt with terrorists, dealt with Taliban, with Haqqanis, to get free, one soldier. All bad choices, and not in the best interest of U.S. national security.
Well, right here at the United West on CenterVision, we made a very good choice bringing Claire on, didn't we? Yeah. Of course. Claire, we'll see you or another subject matter expert from the center next week for another segment of CenterVision. Right now, take care. Keep doing the great work you're doing, and God bless America.
Thanks. You too.